Hello everybody, Marty McConnell, the Off-Grid Gecko here, and today I'm going to be talking about two things everybody loves, a little bit. Mostly the one thing, but first on the list, fire. I have one burning over there. That one's burning my trash and paper waste. We've got another one burning over there. That's me and the kitties' fun fire. Let's go check it out and we'll get to item number 2 on this list. Hey look, you can see my face. Ooh, spooky. Okie dokie. So this is a fire. And this around it is a fire pit. You notice I have gravel on my fire pit. So how did I do this? No, I didn't go down to the hardware store. That just wouldn't be very off-grid. We're gonna go get some gravel today. And we're gonna finish this up because underneath these logs, I missed a spot. Oh, and it's really hard to move these with one hand. Bare patch of grass. This log with the axe stuck in it. Might want to move the axe out of the way first. I was thinking about getting on with that project today, but it didn't happen. I was too busy sewing clothes. Another little missed spot. There's another little spot over here. A couple that have grass in them. So we're going to take care of some of those problems. And we're going to do it old-fashioned way. Well, sort of the old-fashioned way. I got the truck, so I'm kind of cheating. But there's one of me instead of like 10. So in ancient civilizations, when it came to building a structure around the neighborhood, so to speak, around the little tribe, everybody in the tribe would get together and they'd throw a little powwow and build houses and construct monuments to their gods or whatever, and just do all the things. They did them all together, like the whole village. So you say you got 20 able-bodied adults, a couple kids with nothing better to do except cause trouble, and some baskets. And so they would hike their ass to wherever they needed to go to get the natural resource, be it clay or rocks or cobbles or wood or whatever. So how I do this on my own here is I've got Mr. Truck. That's the rest of my villagers, so to speak. So I'm not doing this totally ancient style. That would be insane. That'd take me all day. We're gonna get the job of 100 villagers done for about a couple hours worth of work, and we're gonna get it done in about the same time using some modern technology. And our modern technology involves big green buckets, which are feed buckets. I've got a white 5-gallon bucket. I've got a shovel. I've got a creek bed about a quarter of a mile away. That fortunately is still on my land, so I can go and take as much gravel as I want. And nobody can really say anything about it. Not that they would, because nobody really gives a crap about that creek bed other than the fact that it's washing out onto the farmer's property and carrying a bunch of rocks with it. We're going to put those rocks to use. Doesn't that sound like fun? It's actually not as hard as it sounds. I'll show you my basic setup, how I do it. I'm going to haul a load, but first I need to check on the water supply because I'm also transferring water, so I need to make sure I got time to get down there, record video, fill these suckers up because I'm not making a wasted trip, and then haul my butt back up here and switch water tanks before this one runs out. So after I attend to that business, I'll get right back with you in about 3, 2, 1. Luckily, I don't have to go very far in to get the gravel because the bed is pretty much right here. So this is a break in the stream where the creek runs off my property and over onto the farmer's property over there, making a brief stop at this abandoned house before turning into the farmland. And then right here at the end, piled up next to the road, is gravel that's been building here for years and years and years. The water used to flow underneath this sort of bridge thing, and now it is It's basically replaced the bridge. It's like up underneath there, underneath the slab, and all jammed in. So there's plenty to get, and I could take several thousand pounds before I even notice a difference here. The other good thing is this is where a lot of the sediment drops. So it's covered in dust and dirt and muck, but once it gets rained on upstairs, then all these rocks kind of wash off. And as I'm digging, even some of them, you can kind of see their colors and stuff. It's really an assorted bunch of gravel down here. So there's all kinds of neat little rocks in here. We got these little guys that are like little stone pebbles that are really smooth, and they've been chucking along down the river, all the way to chunky, sharp pieces of quartz, and everything in between. So, anyways, I'm gonna fill up one of these 5-gallon buckets almost to the top, which would be between 70 and 100 pounds of rock, and then move the buckets over to there and fill up the truck. And the truck is right across the way there. I park over there because, yeah, there's nowhere on this side really to park. I don't want to be in the way, and they abandoned their house a long time ago, so they're not going to care. And I'm blocking their driveway a little bit. All right, let's start getting some rocks. Check this out. Must be walnut season. Oh god, it's ugly and gross and black. Open. Yeah, this probably needed to dry out a little more, but if you let it dry out, then there's a nut on the inside of here. It's very, very tasty. Might not be the right time of year to harvest them. And I can't get that out of there. But there's a hard nut in the middle of this fruit. That's a walnut. That's tasty eating. So it's actually like a pit with a nut buried inside. Kind of like a peach. Anyways, now that my hands are sufficiently coated with the distinctive smell and color of walnut, I'm going to get back to digging. Alrighty, see that? That, my friends, is about 1,000 pounds of rock gathered in about 10 minutes. So if I had a dump site upstairs, and I was just literally hauling this up the hill, dumping it, and then coming back for another load, I could be processing 2 to 3 tons per hour just by myself in my truck. There's probably about 2 tons already around the fire pit. So I'm pretty sure that was 4 loads. So that gives you an idea. Like, a ton doesn't go very far when you're trying to cover ground. But you see these things? They're poisonous. Don't eat them. Where was I? Yeah, so they could give me potentially all the rock that I needed if I started doing this procedure, like, you know, every weekend, come down here and spend like an hour or 2 harvesting rocks and hauling them up, which I might start doing. Yeah, it adds up to a lot. So I'm gonna haul these guys back up, and I'm gonna fill in those holes, check on my water, and should be good to go. I think I got enough here to finish. So that'll be the extent of this activity for today. that's how we do that. So yeah, just making use of the stuff that's on hand, readily available, instead of going and sourcing items from town. And my axe handle has a big old split in it, so probably need to start making another one. That's actually performed its service pretty admirably. Yeah, so just using what I have on hand. With 80 acres, there's a lot of neat little areas of the forest and a lot of cool little things that you can harvest, relocate, and use for various purposes, including landscaping work, which I'm going to try to do more of. It's time I had something finished out here, and this fire pit's like my foray into that. I basically moved this over here because that one has long since become the trash pit. I don't even want to dig ashes out of that thing anymore for use. So this is like my natural fire pit, all natural materials, including little pebbles and cobbles surrounding it. It's all from the earth here. And so far everything's pretty much put together with hand tools except these. I used a chainsaw to saw these out of a log. Yeah, it's like my little, sort of slowly becoming my little sacred place, and me and the kitties sit here at night, watch the fire and that kind of thing. So I want it to be nice. It's like my little nice place, my little nice thing that I'm going to have around here. So, and I'm going to keep working on it, and I'm going to keep harvesting natural resources and figuring out better ways to utilize them around here for all kinds of purposes. These little rocks could be good for all kinds of stuff, and since I know they came from a creek bed, I don't have to go all the way down there to pan for gold. I just pick up a handful of this stuff. How's that? Probably won't find any. Anyways, until next time, this is Marty McConnell, and I am going to see you later. If you subscribe, especially, because then you can see when I post new videos, and then you can join me on more fun adventures. Until then, I will talk to you all later. You all have a good, safe night, and yeah, don't let them bed bugs bite.